Good evening, everybody, and we are here again. It's Max Verstappen Division Season 2. Here we are here, Race 4. And, Race 3 was at Saudi Arabia last week at Jeddah, and we've camped out for a week in the Middle East. And we're here at Baku, known as the City of Winds. And it looks like it's an absolute scorcher. It's a scorcher in the UK. Anyone that it's absolutely boiling. I'm sweating like the last cucumber in a women's prison. It's absolutely boiling. And yes, we're in Baku. It's a 6 kilometre track, 20 corners, 12 to the left, 8 to the right, and anti-clockwise circuit. Quite quick one. Drivers will be hitting top speeds of 350 kilometres an hour with an average speed of 200 kilometres an hour. And a bit of deja vu for me. Did a bit of commentary on this track just last Wednesday, and here we are again. So what comes out my mouth should be quite fluent, I'd like to think. And here's your current championship winner, this season's championship leader, and we've only got 11 on the grid today. This we are peak summer season. Everyone will be on holiday or taking advantage of the weather. And his nearest title contenders, Gio and Geordie, are both missing this week, so Josh will be looking to extend his lead at the top. Had a good tight battle with his teammate Robin last week, 900ths in it. Pipped on the last lap, and just a few more metres, I think Robin would have taken the crown for the week, but it was, of course, Josh, and we'll join in for a hot lap as we go over the start-finish line. And down to turn 1, where it's quite wide. You can go 3 car wide here, and all the way around it gets quite tight on the inside, so you don't want to be that inside car. Turns 2 and 3, just make sure you get your braking right. There is a run-off road, which you might need to reverse camera up, but you've made that turn nice, and we've got the DRS open, go down to turn 3, and you want to get your braking point exact right. Touch that inside corner, and turn 4 you want to go as wide as possible on the left. Don't ride that curb, otherwise you'll lose a couple of tenths, and come up to the end of sector 1 now. Nice smooth transition through turns 5 and 6. That looking good there from Josh. And then turn 7, you want to go over the corner as much as possible. There's loads to turn into, and then we've got the infamous turns 8 to 11 of the castle section, 15th century Maiden Tower around the old city. But going up to turn 12, this is where you want to open up the throttle, full foot to the floor, going round up to turn 15. And as you get to turn 15, ride the curb slightly on the outside, avoid the inside again, otherwise if you ride that curb you're going to fly into the wall. Now turn 16 is one of the most important corners on the circuit. As you come out of sector 2, where you want to get the best traction as possible, because it's a 2.2 kilometre straight, I'd say. You can see there's some corners here. There is another 3 or 4 corners after that important one, but it all classes as a straight, and it's one of the longest on the calendar. And DRS open, you're going to see plenty of overtaking here, and Josh is going to be setting the standard for the first lap and goes over 1:39.6, so that's a great first banker lap from him. And I'd say that's probably that's as fast as I could go overall. And we've got next F1 Mad doing a lap on Inters just to get a banker lap in. As I always found it was a weird one to do Inters, but it saves him some soft tyres for the race. We've got a Mercedes of Crossfrog going over in a 1:49.5, so again getting a banker lap in for him. And he's going to be joined over the line. No, someone's setting a... here we've got a stay coming over. We had 1 and 2 tussles last week. But he's come back and joined us again. Doing a run on the mediums again, saving himself some soft tyres for the race with a 44.3. Just behind the Inter run, so showing pace there from Italy, who of course got himself on the podium a couple of races ago and showed some good consistent pace last week. Mercedes fighting for the constructors with Ferrari, as Chessboy goes in a provisional P2 with a 41.2. That's a yellow flag. Who's gone off? I think is it Carl let him past. As Robin goes in a provisional P2 with a 42. So it's just showing the strong pace there from Josh. As we'll follow Beast Modus round in the lone RB this week. He always, I think, is a middle of the pack driver. Isn't quite got the pace to challenge the likes of the Ferraris and the Mercedes of Italy, and just clips the wall. You don't want to do that. That's going to cost you some few tenths. Ooh, skims his wing. I think he's lost a few tenths out of turn 7. As Nemi in the lone Williams. First race with us here, so yeah, we've got a couple of new drivers, Nemi and Crossfrog. Crossfrog's just done a second flying lap, so he probably just did a warm-up lap on his original one. Both just on the low 140s. As Mr. Noodle in the Red Bull coming over in P5, the 49, so I think he's got plenty of pace to find. But yeah, some new drivers to keep an eye on for this race. Not sure what their pace is going to be. So Crossfrog and Nemi, both provisional P2 and P3. So interesting. Got some last laps coming flying through here. So G-Bank or Big Poo, I think he is in the Discord. I've just had a big poo. It was steaming. And with a 142 flat. Everyone out on track. Everyone either doing a flying lap or an F1 Mad just sitting there. Obviously did his lap on the intermediates. So just biding his time. He'll be one to look into challenge for that podium or that pole. We'll keep an eye on Josh as he's in sector 1 now. Coming down to turn 3. Nice and smooth. No pressure. Been around a while, this track, Baku. I first had it in 2016, of course. And wasn't Baku at that time, it was the European GP. But, it's been a sustained circuit now on the calendar within its own right, and Josh has actually invalidated. I think that was in the exit of turn 12 where you can go wide. We'll see if Robin is on another fly, and he is 2 tenths up on his previous time coming down the last straight, so he'll probably have a few more tenths to find. At the moment it looks like he's going up to provisional P2. Can he close the gap on Josh, his teammate? And lost a lot of time. So did he pull out of there, or did he lose time on that last turn 16? Wow. Showed me up there. Let's jump on G-Banks, Big Poo, and see how he gets on. We've got 5 watching now. It's going up. I'm going to become famous. He's just 3.5 tenths up on his time now. Just won't bump him up a place, but I'm sure he's got some more time to find in his lap. Just coming up to the castle section now. Keep out the wall. Ooh, it always looks tight through there. Ooh. Hello, Daxa. What's up to you, man? Are you racing today, or are you just watching? Just coming out to turn 15, under sector 2. Let's see what his time is. And he's down a tenth now, so he's lost plenty of time in sector 2. It's an interesting one on setup strategy, because You can either go for very low wings to capitalise. Oh, well, nice. Maybe you can join us one day. Do you race at all? I'm sure you're more than welcome to join and become a reserve in the league, or there might be 1 or 2 positions open. And it's just down on his time, so it has not improved. Jump on with Arari. This Robin is just coming down again, and does improve in his time this time by an extra half a second, and it's the first one into the 138s, and I think that'll be a difficult time to beat. That's closing onto my TT time, let alone a GP. Woo! Great lap there from Josh. Always one for a good time. As I've just had the words taken out of my mouth, and F1 Mad, who was missing last week, has just nipped him by 900ths to take provisional pole in the Red Bull. And the Red Bull are going to be looking to close in, as well as the Mercedes on the Ferrari team. We'll jump on with stay still on the mediums. Now it's strategy-wise, it's going to be. Oh yeah, I was talking about strategy, wasn't I? So yeah, you've got to choose wisely between having low wings to capitalise on the long straights with the DRS, or making up the time in the middle sector, because and stay. Carbon fibre went everywhere. My bits. He's been playing too much Gears of War. There's bits in my mouth. And yeah, that won't have helped him. So he's going to have to do a run on those softs now to get any chance of moving up. Let's have a look who else we've got coming down on the lap here. We've got Josh coming down. He's jumping into the pits. We'll have a look on Nemi then, if Dak is watching. We'll have a Nemi on his flying lap in 1 second, see if he can improve. There's a bit more rubber on the track. Track's got a bit more temperature, so I'm sure there's a few more tenths where he can find. See if he can get into the 139s at least. Let's see what he can do. I'll just have a check on Noodles actually to see what he can do. He's getting the slipstream off his teammate. Look at that for team play. You love to see it. But I think he's diving in the pit, so we'll jump back on with Nemi. See how we can get on. So just coming out of turn 4. End of sector 1. And he's just slightly up on his time. 600ths. Not quite getting him up to provisional P3 yet, and I think that's probably the time he's going to be looking to get to, unless he can find loads of time in this middle sector. Navigated castle section well. Nice and smooth. Normally see 1 or 2 cars just losing a bit of traction, but I just taking that well. Not too much curve either. Well away from the wall. Under sector 2, and we'll see what his time is. And he's almost 4 tenths up now, so he's found plenty of time. Game says he's got the fastest middle sector. Game might be lying. The game does lie. But this time is definitely going to get him into up to provisional P3. He's coming down the start-finish line, and does up to a 39.7. Fantastic time. Let's see what Crossfrog can do. He's down on his time just. Can he? He's going to want to look to eclipse Nemi. Put a stamper down for his first race within the Max Verstappen division. Doesn't even touch that inside curb. Well away from that. Has that improved his time? He has. He's just 1.5 tenths up though. That will improve, but we'll get him into 139s, but it's nowhere near Nemi. And unless he's got 0 wings, I think he's going to stay P4. So he comes down. and does improve. And I found plenty of time. And these two are neck and neck. Crossfrog jumping up to P3. And again, I've eaten my words. And he missed his breaking point. He was that excited. Shit himself. We'll jump on with G-Banks again. This will be his final lap. 2.5 minutes to go. Everyone's going to come out now and do their final laps. And I think Nemi and Crossfrog are done. Unless they do a warm down and then run again. But their tyres will be a bit worn, I think. What can G-Banks do? Whew, I'm absolutely sweltering, I'm telling you. Boiling. Is that hot? I saw a chicken laying on outside. Cars pulling out the way. Letting the faster ones past. Let's see how he's getting on. And he's very slow. 6/10 down. I don't think he's going to improve and make that back. At all. We'll keep an eye, but I don't think he's going to improve at all. I know, and it's amazing, and it's great to have a league where you've got people that battle all over. Oh, and he cries the wall, and he's absolutely done. He's done. He's going home for tea. He's not having any more. We'll double check with Crossfrog if he's up or not. I know he's down on his time, so he's done. Right. So, I think... Oh, no, we'll chuck into Noodles will be the first one to set the final time out of the last ones that are running. Yeah, it's great to have a league where we've got so many battles up and down the grid. You can see how close for P1 is, and also P3. P5 isn't far off, and all it takes is better traction off a corner. So Mr. Noodles, Mr. League owner, he's always got a bit of consistent pace about him. He's always I always find he's a better racer than qualifier. We'll see what he is at the moment. And he's actually, I'll tell you what, I'm eating my words today. I'm hungry. I'm absolutely hungry. I'm eating my words. Currently over half a second up, which is getting him near to P5. Can he find those extra tenths to jump him up above Robin? I doubt he'll get any higher than P5. But we shall see. He's screaming down. The wings open. I can see it through like a letterbox. Goes over the line and improves slightly to 40.7. Is Banks on another lap? No, he's really slow and he's invalidated. Is Crossfrog doing another one? Can't see. I can't see. No, he's really slow too. He's on an end lap. So we'll see Josh. And he's followed, and he's almost 3/10 up on his time, which is definitely pip him above Mad, but F1 Mad is right behind. It's neck and neck. It's going to be to the wire. And Josh could take it, and then it could be taken straight back. And he does. He goes for a 38.6. And does F-Mad take it back? He doesn't. He doesn't. He's beaten by 10th. Robin's right behind. Can he jump up any further? He does go up to P3. Chess Boy stays P7. Who have we got next? It's Lee coming over the final line. He is half a second up on his time, which would take him up to maybe P7. I'll never know till the end, but that's qualifying done. And it was to the wire. And Josh takes pole. Puts the banker down. Puts the marker down for the race. And takes it from nearly a 10th. And shows that championship authority. So Josh, P1 with a 38.6, just joined on the front row by F1 Mad. Anthony Robin, the second Ferrari, on the second row with Crossfrog on his first race. Nemi as well, just behind on his first race. Great showing from those pair. Noodles P6, he'll be happy with that, and he'll show a good good fight in the race. Italy P7, Chespo P8, Beast Motors P9, and G Banks round off the top 10. And I am STR, who did do a run on the softs, but has got plenty of sets to use within the race. So, who do you reckon is going to win this? I'm going to have to go. I reckon Josh is going to take it, and only the reason because F1 Mad is prone to getting penalties. But I think those two will get 1 and 2. And then I suppose, come on, Daxa, come on, let's get Nemi on P3, shall we? Let's get him his first podium for his first race. Strategy for this is it's a one-stopper. For me, I'd probably go medium to hards. It's I found that degradation is not that bad actually. It depends on my setup anyway. So I want to gain a few places at the start, and safety cars are always prominent in this sort of track. I think yeah, one stop is the way to go. You're going to lose about 19-20 seconds. But you could want to go a longer stint the first time, part of the race, and do a hards first. It's down to individual drivers, really. They're going to be tinkering with their setups. We are having a little bit of a break where people can go for a quick toilet break. But they'll be tinkering with their setups. Trying to, like I said, decide whether they want to navigate the high speed. But if you do that, then the slower corners will be challenging. You'll have cars right up on your gearbox. Yeah, I love Baku, and like I said, I did a commentary last week on Baku. Obviously doing it now, and then I've got a race at Baku straight after this. So I'll be sick of it. I'll be absolutely sick of it. I'm telling you. But at least at Baku you're guaranteed dry. Like it never rains, does it? Anyone watch my last commentary? My dog misbehaved. He's actually he's really sleepy now. He's not moving. If he moves, I don't know what I'll do to him. He ate my sock. I think we've had long enough, haven't we? Are we readying up, drivers? So yeah, top 3. I think Josh will take it. I think F1 Mad will take second, and I'll go for Nemi P3. But there'll be 1 or 2 drivers that'll be having say in it. Robin was very strong last week. I say he was just nipped at the post for P1. Noodles is always strong in a race. Italy is very consistent. He keeps himself out of dramas and ends himself high up the grid, and scored plenty of points for the Mercedes team. He's got a teammate with him this week, with Cross Frog. I hope he's not cross. What are you cross for? Should be happy, you're racing. Be happy, Frog. Change your name. Come, guys. I'm aging. I'll be that old woman off Titanic. It's been 84 years. I think we've been given the go-ahead. Now the question is, formation lap or no formation lap? Will I get caught off guard? Have a play countdown, everybody, shall we? Bit of Hangman. Anyone want to sing along? Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside. And it says a formation lap. I've got time. More time to talk. And it's a dry race, of course. If the rain comes out, it's not realistic, is it? This is your order. Just don't hit each other, otherwise you'll be sitting on that start-finish line. Tyres, brakes, screaming. So P1 is Josh. P2 is F1 Mad, who will be looking to try and pick him up the line. Have a quick look at tyres as well while we're going round. And look at that mixture of tyres. I've just seen F1 Mad softs, and he did do a couple of runs on mediums, didn't he? So, or a run on mediums, no, on the intermediates. And so he's got himself saved some fresh softs. So only one. He's going to be looking to do some strides. And then Josh and Frog and it's Lee all on medium, so looking to try and get that early advantage, expecting a potential early safety car. And then the rest of the drivers on the hard, so looking to do a longer stint. But yes, we got Antex Robin who nicked that P3 last minute. Very strong Ferrari team across Frog and Nemi. They're going to want to stay out of any turn 1 issues. They're going to want to make it a good run for their first race. Noodle P6. It's Leah P7. Chess Boy. Lonely Alpine. Beast Modus, the Lonely RB. G-Bank, the Lonely Half. And IMS Day, Lonely Aston. And there, your possible race strategies. The 1-stop or 2-stop. You don't want to do a 2-stop. Unless there's a safety car. You can see the drivers. Josh is going to want to try and hold the pack up. He doesn't want to be sitting on the grid too long, or warming the tyres up. Oh! What did Robin do? He span his wheel too much, and thankfully you don't get any damage in formation laps. But he'll have a bit of a screechy tyre. What a silly sausage. And anyway, let's see if anyone gets DQ'd. And it's Lee and Robin do. It always makes me laugh. Oh, and G-Banks as well, you silly buggers. And come on, I want a decent view here. Come on. This game just does not know how to do a decent camera. What's this one here? Where's the front camera? Come on. 5 lights in their OA. Come on. What is this? What is this camera here? There we go. And it looks like everyone's going around to turn 1. A little bit of wheel banging, but you normally get that. And everyone's made it round safe. But can they make it round to turn 2? As the RB looks into Beast Modus, makes strides on up to turn 7. And we've had a collision. And that was Beast Modus. It bangs into the wall and loses his wing. And back of the grid. And we've had another one. It is Nemi, and he's unfortunately dropped back. Those corners get quite tight, and you get drivers who are trying to fight through them. And I don't know if he's got any damage as well. Doesn't look like he might have slight wing damage, but it looks like he should be able to carry on. And he's the biggest loser. G-Bank's the biggest winner of the Star, moving up 3 places. But yeah, you don't want to be. Yeah, I think what happens there, you try to go 2 wide or 3 wide, and we've lost Beast Modus. And that is an early safety car. He's lost it in Castle, and there's always one who just loses their braking point. And safety car is out straight away. Will anybody pit? I think it's too early for anybody to pit. Cars are still bunched up, and as you can see, F1 Mad has made it up to P1 utilising those soft tyres. But yeah, I think some of these drivers probably would have wanted to. And Josh, early pit stopper. Is he going to look to jump on hard straight to the end? Interesting strategy call from him. And he is jumping to those hards. I think it's possible to go to the end. The tyre wear on these, like I said, in special, as G-Banks and Chessboy jump in as well, getting rid of the hards. This is interesting from these drivers, to be honest. First lap incident. I personally would not pit yet. I think it's too early for because they're going to have to pit again. Even Josh, like, I think you're asking a lot. I think his tyres will be screaming at the end if he's trying to go right to the end. And he's going to have to navigate his way through the pack as well. It is a great place to overtake, especially the straight after turn 16. It's a slipstream hotspot as you go down the shoreline of the Caspian Sea. And the safety car should maybe go in this lap because the cars are quite bunched up. But with those pit stops, Crossfrog actually making advantage over Robin as well. Great start from him up to P2 on those mediums. Got Robin P3, Noodles has gone up to P4 now. Italy P5. Stay from the back of the grid up to P6. I'd be happy with that. Nemi P7 with his early incident. And then your pit stoppers with Josh, G-Banks and Chessboy. What's going with these two? You can't overtake, it's a safety car. Stay where you are. Is it going to be in? It's still early enough to call it. It hasn't done it yet, so will we get another lap? Quite a long lap. It's still saying you still have to pit. I think Josh will try and get to the end. If I do recall, these hard tyres are really, really good on this track. The mediums do wear quite quick, especially on the rear tyres. The rear tyres are the ones that get hurt. But we are doing another lap, as you can see. Yeah, I think the instance we had going through these. The problem is that these corners, they're 90 degrees. So if you're at the inside, the turn in is so difficult. It's not like a curved bank corner or anything like that where you can just follow the corner around nice and smooth. There's plenty of room. The car on the outside always tries to turn in, and don't always leave a car's width. But he keeps his head. Plenty of race to go. It's a long race, 23 laps left. There's plenty of action to go. What's going on with these pair? Come on. Have they spun off? Have you hit each other or something? Jeez. Yeah, the race, I said, the race we had at Baku last week, we had to drive, we had an incident, went near the back of the grid around lap 12, I think, and ended up P3, so you never know what happens in a race, so I'm sure he's done one or two races and leagues before. If anyone has any incidents, remember, going to keep it civil in the track. We're all here to enjoy ourselves, have fun. If you do you have anything to report, then just send it to the steward. There's no need to argue. Accidents do happen. Check my pants. Accidents do happen. So safety car surely should be in now this lap. Everyone's bunched up and caught up. Finally, after those two having a nice sort of stroll. When will we get notified? I'm sure it's any time now. Not normally the case. There we go. So F1 mad. Be thankful on these soft tyres can extend his stint a little bit longer. Don't know if it's good enough to do a soft medium. I could be wrong. I ate my words in qualifying. He might be looking to do a soft to hards. He's going to want to hold his pack as much as possible now and let the safety car go in. No, it's the problem with this sort of track, with this straight, is that you can't overtake until you get to the timer line, and it's a while away. So if you go early, you can't get overtaken anyway. But he's going nice and slow. He hasn't gone yet. What you can't do is concertina because it causes accidents. Stays it nice and smooth. And has he gone yet? He has gone. He went late. It's the wise thing to do. And I am stay looking, and there's some smashing there. And who's gone down? We've lost. Robin's gone down. There was Red Bull carbon fibre flying everywhere, and Noodle's lost some places as well. It looks like he's got a damaged wing, and some bit of wheel bashing as he's looking to make a place from Robin. Robin's just behind. And Robin does overtake Noodles. Robin's got damage as well. These guys are going to have to pit, and they do. This has just completely ruined their strategy. Italy's got lost places as well, and I am stay. So those four are all losing places, which has promoted. And look at, what did I say? What did I say? Just a bit of a smash of his back wheel there. No, he did not want that in turn 7, which is give Josh a place up to P3. Has he got damage? And he's lost his traction. Hits the one, damns his wing. We all saw that. You can all point and laugh if you want, but it's just it's commentator's curse, isn't it? I said he was going to go for P3, and as Imestay tries to look on the outside of turn 15, knows better of it. Can he make the overtake into turn 16? He's going to brake a bit later and should look at doing the overtake. Easily down the start, finish straight. But we're going to see plenty of hope to potentially dive in the pits. And F1 mad on those softs, pulling away, all the carnage that's happening behind him and all the mistakes. And DRS is enabled now, first time we've seen it after the first lap 1 incident. As Noodles and Italy does jump in the pits. Stay and Nemi go past, so looking to extend the stint with these damaged wings. It's not going to help their charge to catch up with the pack. And same with Robin as well. Has he actually got damage? He does have damage, he's lost his end plate. What about Banks? He's still got so Robin will be looking to overtake these two ahead. Chest Boy, the cork in the bottle. Yeah, F1 mad now, over 4 seconds, and Josh is going to want to try and get past Crossfrog on these hard tyres. If you're following a car, you're going to get extra degradation. Get my words out. Josh, I think, is going to hold off now to the start, finish straight, and make an easy overtake. He knows if he overtakes you now, he's just going to get taken back by Crossfrog, who's doing well up in P2. Managed to keep himself out of incidents. Has promoted up to P2. Nice, smooth racing from him. But Josh should make this nice and smooth. You can't really defend here unless you've got 0-0 wings. Makes that one move. And Josh looks on the outside and does make that overtake. Crossfrog will try and battle back as we go, as D-Banks makes the overtake on Anthrax Robin. Approaches himself up to P5. As we'll double check with these guys again, but I think a little bit loss of traction there from Crossfrog as his DRS is open. I don't think he's close enough to make the overtake down in turn 4. Takes a look, but yeah, Josh has made the move. But Robin does make the overtake back. Very seasoned driver. And even with his damaged wing, manages to make the place back up to P5. But his wheels are screeching, that won't help his tyres, and he's got some flat spots. I can't get my words out. I'm sorry. Sorry. We're in London, aren't we? Sorry. F1 now. F1 mad now. 5.7 seconds ahead of Josh. His tyres will wear quite soon. He's going to want to jump in the pits, and I think he'll do softs to hards if it was me. Those hards will last. He'll be keeping a time on the an eye on the gap between him and Josh. I'd probably give it till maybe lap 10 at the latest, and then pits. But you can see, even in a few corners, Josh is eking those tenths. but the tyres will come back to F1 Mad near the end of the race. Crossfrog has managed to stay with Josh, and we'll have the DRS going down the straight. There you can see it opening. I don't think it's close enough now, and he'll be looking to make a second overtake. Overtake attempt after turn 2. Oh, a little bit of wiggle again. He's trying to put his foot down and push. Doing the medium to hard strategy. And isn't close enough and hasn't got DRS this time. Chess Boy now with a bit of free air. Behind him as well. Cozy P4. Anthrax Robin has dropped the Haas driver of Big Pooh. And we're looking to catch up to Chess Boy. And we've got a yellow flag. Who have we lost there? It's Crossfrog, who's had a bit of traction issues in the last few corners and has lost it coming out of turn 4. And that's devoting down to P6. Oh, and there again, his tyres are too hot and he needs to just navigate these next few corners. Has he lost an end plate as well? He has. He's hit the wall. The drivers here need to try and keep it out of the wall. It completely ruins your race and your strategy if you I think every driver must be. I thought this was like a Dutch run league, but I think it must be a Greek run league. All these plates are getting smashed. Woo! Crazy! There's G-Bank's hair keeps ghosted for some reason. He keeps chipping the wall, but he's got 2 cars behind him. They're going to look to making that overtake of Crossfrog and Nemi. The two. Oh, don't try and do it now while there's corners. Wait till this DRS is open, as Crossfrog and Nemi, I think, will make that easy overtake. Both of their DRS open. G-Bank is a sitting duck. Does Nemi look at doing the overtake? He goes in the inside of turn 1. And G-Bank knows he can't fight that too hard. We'll be looking at turn 2, maybe down to turn 3. That was easy enough overtake for both drivers. As OMS Stay goes into the pit. Potentially looking to jump on some mediums, get a fresh wing. Just getting a bit much. Trying to go round. I know he's jumped into some softs, so he's doing a 2-stopper. Try and pull back some tenths on those softs. Of course, he did those medium runs, didn't he? So he does have a couple of fresh sets in the bank. We'll see what he can do. He's currently 13.5 behind its lead. Can he get closer? And oh! He's had to look in his reverse mirror. He outbraked himself, and I did say that in on the hot lap, didn't I? That if you turns 2 and 3 have those runoffs. Let's see. Let's go and do it again. Do it again. No, he's watched himself this time. Oh, it always happens. And it happened in the my last race last week as well. Just the tyres are just not at temperature and you miss your braking point. So now he's 24 seconds behind, so he's got a bit of time to catch up on. So as you can see, Josh's F1 Mad's now dived into the pits on lap 9. And Josh had got to within a second, so if he left it any longer then Josh would have had the DRS. And does jump onto those hards, and they should get to the end of the race on these. As the drivers probably going through is Crossfrog and Nemi. Nemi kissing Crossfrog's ass as he's going around turn 1. And F1 Mad driving through Nemi. And DRS is open. He's going to want to try and get an easy early overtake, so he's not following through sector 2. Do you leave enough room for Crossfrog? It's a tight corner. I think that's where we've had incidents before. As Nemi has now overtaken Crossfrog as well, up to P5. F1 Mad had to make those overtakes as quick as possible. He did not want to get held up, and his next target is Chess Boy. He's been P3. 4.7. Look at it. Look how quick he's gaining now. He's gained like 3 tenths 4/10 in a space of a couple of corners. But as you can see, the top two from last week now in P1 and 2. Ferrari going strong. Chess Boy doing well in P3. He's pulled one or two moves. Can he keep himself on the podium and call it checkmate? He's going to want to look at doing an overtake on Robin, who's got that damaged wing, of course. DRS is open. Goes on the inside of turn 1. An easy overtake for him. Up to P2 for Chess Boy. Will Robin look to take that place back like he did on the last lap? And got Cross Frog as well, close with Nemi. Looking to do an overtake down up to turn 3 as well. As Robin does go on the inside, going down to turn 3. And again, nice easy overtake. He's got plenty of ERS to fight back with. And we got a yellow flag. We've lost Cross Frog again. He's lost traction. Or was that traction or collision with Nemi? Only those two will know because we weren't on them. But he's lost his M plate again. No, he's had the same one. He hasn't picked yet, has he? But it doesn't help. And he's down to P7 now, and he'd be absolutely kicking himself. Was in a very strong position in P2. Finds himself now in P7. Robin has dropped Chess Boy slightly. Robin will, of course, lose about 5 seconds in the pit to change his wing. So we'll want to try and gain a bit of an advantage. But while these two are battling, F1 Mad is closing in. Now, it'll be under 3 seconds, I guess, in a one moment. There we are, closing in fast on P2, P3. And also, Josh is now 12 seconds ahead. So it's about 15 seconds ahead of F1 Mad. We'll look at getting to the end on his tyres with 15 laps to go. It's all to play for, and I'm not sure. I don't think we'll know who the winner will be until we get to the end. F1 Mad will be hoping. The drivers in front will be pitting. We got another yellow flag, and who is that? It is Chess Boy, who missed his braking points into turn 2. Oh, and he's lost his other end plate, has he? What a numpty. And that's dropped him down to P5. And like I said, F1 Mad will be well chuffed with that. There's a nice easy position gain. And Demi finds himself in P4 again. That podium is not out the window yet. He's just gonna be fighting for that podium with, I think, Anthrax Robin, who's about 6 seconds ahead, and Lee gets first tracks limits. I can try and invite you. 1 second. There we go. Noodle's getting kicked out of the game. This bloody servers. I don't see why they just can't get a game right, man. Like, it's not the first game they've made, is it? And they always have these bloody glitches and issues. But I think Noodle's joined us back. Currently P7. Has his full wing, so we're looking to work his way back up the grid, get some points for the F1 team, as his teammate does get current fastest lap. And Crossfrog gets tracks limit as well. And I'll invite Noodles again, he keeps getting kicked out. And F1 Mad is on a charge, he's under 2 seconds now to Anthrax Robin, who's still yet to pit. Oh, and that wouldn't have helped him. Went wide in turn 4, would have lost a couple of tenths. Doesn't looks like he's got any damage, but just couldn't turn in enough and just clipped the wall slightly. But it's hasn't halted his charge. He's just over a second now, and on his newer hards. Anthrax Robin's 11 lap hold hards as it's Lee. Makes the overtake on Noodles. I think he's having connection issues. It's Lee up to P7 now. But we'll jump on with the fight for P2 here. And F1 Mad is closing in on Josh. It's about 14.6 seconds now. He's got 14 laps, so he's got to have basically got to catch him by a second a lap. And it's within DRS to try and get close to Robin. Robin will try and defend as much as possible to help his teammate. And also help his fight for podium. Look at that camera angle. I had a shit one to start with, but this one's absolutely brilliant as F1 Mad eclipses his own fastest lap and makes the overtake into turn 1. And Robin fights a little bit, but knows that he can have a second fight back going as he's been doing. Going down to turn 3, DRS is open. F1 Mad will be fighting first as Robin looks on the outside and does make that overtake. So these two will be battling, and this is all eating into Josh's hands. Will Mad try and make the overtake in sector 2? It's a difficult time to do it. You can do it, especially going down to turn 7, I think. You can do it here. He takes a look. Does he make it? No, he's not close enough. As we see, it's Lee. No, Crossfrog it was who made the overtake. But G Banks has just come out the pits on some fresh mediums, which will get him to the end. And we'll try and look to make a quick overtake on Crossfrog. As F1 Mag does make the overtake. Woo! That was brave going down to turn 15. You've got to have full trust in your fellow driver that they're giving you enough room through those kinks to turn 13 and 14. And makes that overtake. What a brave and what a fantastic overtake there. And Robin will look at trying to fight back going down to turn 1. I'll try again. Noodles. As they're battling down, but oh, Robin, a little bit of wheel bumping, slight wheel bumping. Anthrax managed to keep it on the track and not collide the wall. And then I don't think he's close enough to make this overtake now. A bit of going wide in turn 1 has helped F1 Mad to consolidate that P2 position. He's 14.5 seconds now behind Josh. Now he's got 7 lap newer tyres. Will that come to him at the end? Will Josh look at pitting near the end? I'm not sure what his tyre wear will be. But I think Josh will be putting his foot down. Robin staying with him as much as he can. But he still has to pit. As Crossfrog now makes overtake on Noodles. As his Noodles is back in, but as he's having real connection issues here. So we are on lap 14. Josh 14.6 seconds ahead of F1 Mad, who's trying to pull away from Robin. Has just got that 1 second gap. And we've got a yellow flag. And it's the Alpine of Chessboy in the castle section. And has lost his wing. Damaged his wing. And he's going to have to pit. And he might as well pit and just jump on some fresh mediums. Oh, it's taken another victim. If you just miss that break point. And we've got another yellow flag. And it's Crossfrog is lost in the castle section. You just seen Noodles go by. And that's a safety car. And that's just pulled everyone back in game. I think everyone will be jumping in the pits. Potentially, what have we got? Ooh, 9 laps. If you've got some fresh softs, maybe. But I think the tyre wear will be too hard. And Crossfrog can't get a points finish. His first race in Max Verstappen division. And he sees it in the wall. So Nemi, first one into the pits now, comes out on fresh mediums. And will that gain him any positions? He's half a second behind, so I doubt it. Chessboy jumps in and it's Lee. Fresh wings, fresh tyres as Chessboy and it's Lee go on to hards. I think I would have maybe gone on softs if you had them. You will be pipped, I think, on the safety car restart. Noodles goes in onto some fresh mediums. Is he back in his car? I hope he's back in his car. As we'll see Josh come round now, he's got to go, he's got to pit. There's no doubt about it. All three of these, to be fair, like you'll be sitting, unless maybe F1 Mad. Oh, he's quite a distance behind, so I think even if he didn't pit, he'll be as F1 Mad does go in. Yeah, I think he's not close enough. He could be close enough, actually. I think he'll pit. He's got to pit. We shall see. Does he stay out for track? I don't know if he'll get track position. It looks like he's staying. He does stay out. So he's going for track position. Over Josh. No, Italian hand gesture for Robin. Speeding in the pit lane. Oh my God. Oh my God. He jumps on some fresh softs, but that could promote Nemi. I don't think he was close enough anyway. But, oh, Italian hand gesture for Anthrax Robin. Just coming out the pit now. Everyone else has pit the last one. He's the last one. Oh. Oh. He's got that 10 seconds. So, guess what? Guess what, Daxter? Guess what? Nemi's got a net P3. If he can stay with the pack with 10 laps to go, depending on, it'll probably be like 9 or 8 laps. He's got a net P3. But what will make this interesting is F1 Mad, who's gone for track position, stayed on the hards. Currently P1, Josh on those fresh mediums, P2. Robin on the softs, which will fade in about 9 laps. So he will be a sitting duck, I think. Nemi on those fresh mediums. G Banks in P5. Big Pooh. He'll be having a big poo trying to get himself up to podium. He'll be fine for that as well. It's Lee will be trying to fight for it, but his penalty won't help him. And it just brings Chessboy, Noodles and Stay all back into the race. Ooh. Baku's always good for a safety car. We had one on lap 1. We had one on lap 15. Who will win this race now? Who's in the chat? Put your... let me know what you think. I still think Josh would probably do it. Those fresher tyres. But the wear on those hards, like I said earlier, the hards are really good on this track. So it's hard to call. But Nemi, as Robin goes in, we'll jump onto the fresh mediums, get rid of that penalty. He knows he'll probably have a better, with the gaps in the with the drivers now, we'll have a better chance of getting a podium position by taking the penalty hit now. He's going some fresh softs actually. So guess who's up to P3? Hello. Robin will come out, I think, ahead of Chessboy. He does. So he's only lost a couple of positions. And we're looking to make up those positions early on those fresh softs. That's a really, really good strategic call there from Robin from a silly mistake. He'll be still eyeing up that podium. Let's navigate that round. F1 Mad. The safety car will be really slow around this section. 8 laps to go after this one. You just can't call it. It's one of my favourite tracks, this one, personally. You get those ones where you just can't find your grip or find the right setup, or you just can't seem to get the most out of the car. One of mine last week was Hungary. I just could, I can be consistent, but I just can't get any more out of the car. I just don't feel comfortable with my setup. I can't feel comfortable with the car. But Baku, I do. I feel really good. I think I can get some really good pace. I'm not the fastest driver. I think if I was racing now in this league, I'd probably look at being about with the drivers that we've got racing today, I'd probably say I'd probably be about P4, P5. I like to think, but there's plenty of other drivers that are well ahead of me. Strides ahead. I would not touch the top 2 now at all. We're going to have to do another lap, and I think this will be the final safety car lap as the Aston joins the Snake, joins the queue. He must be British, I am not. Stay. He's joining the queue. It's what we do. What you queue for? Don't know. Just saw one. So we've got a few different tyre compounds for the final run. Hopefully we don't see any more safety cars, but these ones on the soft and medium, I know. Can he keep that 3rd place? He's been looking strong for pace, but he's just lost it on either his own mistake or a bit of a wheel banging. Some of these corners, it's like an orgy trying to do anal. It's very rare you can fit 3 in one go. But yeah, a few different tyre strategy calls for this final stint. Like I said earlier, Amtrak's Robin on those softs is going to be wanting to do some. He's going to be wanting to do some things. Your medium runners should be quite consistent, and the ones on the hard will have no wear at all, but obviously won't have the pace either. So can F1 Mad keep Josh behind as long as possible? Still a good stint of the race to go. We're going to have 7 laps. It's basically a sprint race from now, as the safety car is in. F1 Mad with the restart again, and he's going to want to. I think he'll hold the pack up as much as possible right to the end again. You can see Nemi right on the back of Josh as well. He's not going to let him go. It's like he's stuck on a tow bar. It's like his car's broke down and getting pulled along. Putting a little bit of heat in the tyres. We've got 9 runners left. Can we remain having 9 runners left till the end as well? We lost beast modus early on. That caused the early safety car. Cross frog at the castle section, and F1 Mad is gone. He's gone a little bit early this time. As Robin making the early overtake on Italy on turn 1. Get a little bit of wheel banging with G-Bank. Robin's on the inside and gets clipped. Managed to keep out of the wall. That's knocked him back down to P7, P8. Managed just to nip ahead of IMR Stay. He's going to want to look the overtake as well. And Robin, trying to force it early on, has knocked him down to the back of the grid. But keep his head. Drivers, brave on turn 4. As it's Lee. Look at it's Lee. He just always seems to find himself near the end portions of the race. Oh, bank. He got the wall bank. Managed to to find himself near the top of the grid on the latter stage of the race, and he's up to P4. And Nemi, like I said, he's got to keep himself with F1 Mad and Josh is going to look to do the overtake. He does, going down turn 13, and as F1 Mad did before the safety car, brave overtake. And Nemi here, he's on for a win. He's not only for a podium, he's on for a win. As Robin makes the overtake before turn 15 on Noodles. Again, brave overtake from the Ferrari driver. And he's going to, again, want to make strides. But your front three here, any one of these can win the race. As we're on coming at the end of lap 19, and Mad makes the overtake of Josh. And Nemi might want to try and follow through. It isn't close enough for DRS. Because DRS isn't activated until now. Because I'm an idiot. As Banks makes the overtake up to P4, and it's Lee. Goes a bit wide in turn 1, so it's Lee will take that place back. Nearly ends up in the wall. We've got the top three, DRS open. Josh wanting to look at the overtake on the outside of turn 3. But F1 Mad's defending well. And while those two battle hard, Nemi is there. Did F1 Mad just clip the wall? I think he's still got his wing. Is that Robin and Chessboy battling as we're going down turn 5 and 6. Robin on the outside turn 5 on the Alpine. Going into turn 6. Forces his way through. He's just pushing it too hard. And loses again another couple of places as Noodle makes the overtake. He needs to just wait. Gets a little nudge there from I'll Stay. As he... Oh, carbon fibre flying. Robin's just pushing too hard now. He needs to make his overtake stick. And he needs to do it on clever moments. He's just pushing too hard. And he's going to look to try and do it on Noodles on the outside of turns 13 and 14. On the outside of 14. Again, brave overtake. And he makes that one stick. But he's going to cause one or two accidents if he carries on. So we join the front three. All within 4/10 of each other. As Josh is looking to make the early overtake with DRS. And F1 Mad is sitting ducky with Nemi got to P2. As Nemi makes the inside overtake on Josh. And he's on F1 Mad is looking to overtake Josh as well. So Nemi up to P2 in the Williams. As Robin does a double overtake up to P6. And Chessboy's lost a couple and he's a little bit lost of traction on turn 1. Robin on the inside of turn 3 makes that one stick with a little bit of wheel bang with G-Banks, forcing his way through. He's been quite aggressive here. I said it was like a sprint, but he has to be careful. Oh, I've got hiccups. I'm talking that much, I've got hiccups. And he's got to be careful, not being too aggressive. And it's Lee, comfortable P4 at the moment. But here's your front three. In 1.2 seconds ahead of each other, 1.3. Josh has pulled a little bit of gap with Nemi as we're coming around the castle, following through each other through nicely. F1 Mad actually, it's the worst one on tyres here. So if Nemi can stick with Josh, both the top two might be able to pull away on the fresher tyres. But, we know how strong Josh can be, our championship leader, our current championship as Noodles make the overtake down in turn 15, up to P6 for him, and now he's got his connection back, making strides, and up to P6, but will be prone to the overtake now from P2, P7 to P8, as Josh now takes the fastest lap. As we'll join that front three as they are within DRS, as G-Banks has made the overtake on Noodles and Chessboy follows through, not into his pants, he just follows through the overtake down to turn 1, and Noodles will want to fight back. Chessboy trying to force it through on turn 3. You can't do that, he's been too aggressive and he's come out worse of it trying to do the inside of turn 3, lost his wing. And Noodles makes the overtake back up to turn 6 on G-Bank. And it's just for those two now fighting for P6. Chessboy being too aggressive. And yeah, you've got to know better there as Josh still in P1. He's going to want to try and do a better stint into Sector 2. And it looks like he is doing. And has dropped Nemi slightly out of the DRS zone. 1.2 seconds now, and F1 Mad. It looks like it's a battle for P2 now. But like I said, F1 Mad generally ends up with a penalty. Can he keep it within the white lines? Otherwise, could be gifting that second step to Nemi. With 4 laps to go, Nemi will be under threat from the DRS overtake from F1 Mad. Makes a defence, and F1 Mad does make that overtake. Bill, wheel banging. There's plenty of room there. You don't need to be so close. Don't be silly with so. Oh, what's gone on here? Who've we lost? There was a bit of a yellow flag. Robin makes that overtake up to P4 on its Lee. We had a bit of a yellow flag, so did we have someone hit the wall going down there? Turn 20. There's F1 Mad and Nemi fighting hard. Nemi taking the position back down to turn 3. Great overtake from him as Chess Boy. Oh, that was close. I think IMR stay thought better of that and pulled out slightly. As F1 Mad makes the overtake back into turn 5 and 6. Was that? Yeah. As they're going down to turn 7. Nemi's pushing him round the corners. We'll be pushing him through the castle section as well. It's a battle on for P2, and while these are battling, Josh has pulled free now, and looks like, unless he makes a mistake himself, will be taking the win. It hasn't been easy for him, but looks like it might be an easy finish. Anthrax Robin will be pushing hard on his softs, but 8.5 seconds, it's a big ask for him now to get up to the podium positions. It's Lee right behind him. We'll want to try and get past and get clear with his penalty. Noodles to P6 with a big gap now as Nemi makes the overtake with his DRS open. F1 Mad takes the position back. Nemi making the overtake a bit too soon, but it's great driving, great battling from these two. They're not being scummy and waiting for the DRS. They are battling at every corner. And it's great driving. You love to see it. And it's the battle we want to see. Currently with Nemi with the wing open. Can he make the overtake going down to turn 3? Looks on the outside. Josh defending well and positioning his car well. And Nemi can't make that overtake. This is close enough. Just rides that corner too much and loses a tenth or 2 going down to turn 5. And he's not going to do an overtake now through the castle, I think. As we'll join in with Itzley, trying to battle with Anthrax Robin. I know it's tense times for the Williams driver. We've got 2.5 laps to go, and he's on for a potential P2. F1 Mad's got 15-lap old hard tyres against Nemi's 9-lap mediums. It's a battle to the end, this. If he keeps it on the track, he's guaranteed a podium at this stage as they're pulling away from Anthrax Robin's wearing soft tyres. 10 seconds behind now. Nemi will get DRS and make this overtake down the start-finish straight. F1 Mad placing his car well, and he's not close enough to make the overtake, so he's going to try again after turn 2. Sniffing his gearbox. It's the closest battle we have on track at the moment, and he is close. I think he's going to make this overtake now. F1 Mad positions his car well, and Nemi looking at the overtake out of turn 3 on the outside and makes the overtake. F1 Mad knows he can't really do anything here. They've got to kill, making it close into turn 4, and F1 Mad looking into turn 4. Ooh, grinding his wheels, grinding his rims on those curbs, on those walls. Is he going to wait to make the overtake? Going down to turn 7, he isn't close enough. So Nemi has his P2 now. And we'll follow him through the castle section as Banks and Stay battling, going down turn 3. Great overtake from Stay. Taking P8. G-Banks just getting that penalty, of course, so that won't help his position. We'll look to try and take the position back. Goes wide on turn 5. That won't help his exit on turn 6. And makes a comfortable position gain there from Stay. Great overtake from him. It's Lee sticking with Robin and cannot make that overtake. And we'll hope to that Robin will get a penalty to make a battle for position. So unless he gets past, he cannot take that back. Nemi currently in P2. Under threat from F1 Mad. As Josh is pushing hard and getting a quicker lap time to get that point for fastest lap. And Nemi is currently P2 as we're on the final lap. Manages to keep F1 Mad behind as Itzley does make the overtake up to P4. Great battle currently for P2 and for P4. But can F1 Mad make the overtake going to turn 3? He's not close enough. So he's going to follow him through. Oh, goes a little bit wide on turn 3. And he's going to be looking now to make this overtake on the final stretch as Robin makes that overtake down turn 3 again. Oh, it's going to be tight. It's going to be nail biting as we're on the final lap. Josh is just navigating his final run through the castle section. 6.5 seconds ahead. And it's been quite comfortable with the battles behind him. 1 or 2 safety cars has pulled him back and fighting for position, but that early jumping off hards doing him well in the end as F1 Mad is pushing Nemi right to the limit. Needs to just stay with him and he will take that P2, and I think I think Nemi would be happy with the podium. Ooh, a little bit of loss of traction. I said it's most important corner, turn 16, as we just follow Josh round down the start, finish straight, taking his second consecutive win of the season and takes the win in Baku. Well done to Josh as Itzley overtaking Amtrak's Robin. But does Nemi keep the position? It's tie over the line and F1 Mad just takes it over Nemi by 500, sorry. Oh, it's so tight, and I think Nemi be absolutely loving that. As Amtrak's Robin takes P4, it's Lee P5. Noodle comes over the line with a comfortable P6. Chessboy B7. And that battle for P2 went right to the wire. And I think although Nemi will have been pipped to P2, will be so happy that he fought right to the end as Chessboy takes P7. Imar stay P8. And G-Bank with the last run taking P9. What a race we had there. And that last sprint race section after the safety car brought battles up and down, and the game gives driver of the day to Josh for the win. He did well there, but I'd want to give the driver of the day to Nemi, and I think a lot of drivers will probably agree with that. His first race in Max Verstappen division, gets himself a podium, almost pipping that P2, and there you have your podium, guys. Josh taking another win. It wasn't as easy as he normally has on the previous races. And F1 Mad in the Red Bull getting P2 just ahead of Nemi taking P3 in the Williams. So strong points there for Ferrari, strong points for Mercedes too, and strong points for Red Bull as F1 Mad takes that. Takes that P2 as the game loads. Come on, let me see. Come on, I've got 15 seconds to go through the format. Is it bringing it up? I'm not going to have time. I will have time, though, to go through and say that was round 4 at Baku. Round 5 next week will be Imola. It's one or two one or two favourite tracks for some of our fast drivers. But I am Alex. This is Max Verstappen Division. Thank you for joining us. Join us next week at Imola. Peace out.